Okay, let's just jump right in. Winning the lottery using ChatGPT. I mean, is that actually possible?
Yeah. That's the headline, isn't it? It definitely catches your eye. We saw that article about this group claiming exactly that.
It does, and they're not just talking small wins. The claim, right from the source, is 3 pretty significant jackpots.
All in under a year, using this algorithm, they say, is based on ChatGPT. It sounds almost too good to be true.
Right, because lotteries are built on randomness.
Yeah.
Past numbers aren't supposed to predict future ones.
Exactly. But this article details this small group, these enthusiasts, who say they developed a unique method and got these, frankly, mind-boggling results.
So that's our job for this deep dive, right? To really unpack this specific claim from this source. Look at their method as described, the results they reported.
And crucially, try to understand the why and how, according to the article, including, what experts think. Let's see what's actually there.
Okay, let's dig in. So the story, as the article tells it, kicks off with this person, Julian, described as sort of an amateur programmer.
Yeah, interested in games of chance, but apparently tired of losing. So he thought, let's try programming something.
And his initial idea, quoted in the source, was looking at past draws. He thought he saw repetitive patterns.
Which, right away, if you know anything about statistics, that sends up a little flag.
Right.
Random systems don't really do predictive patterns like that.
Exactly. And interestingly, the method they actually ended up using, based on the article, it wasn't some complex pattern spotting thing. It was simpler.
Yeah, surprisingly simple. The core algorithm, as they describe it, just systematically excludes numbers that were already drawn earlier in that same month.
That's the rule. Exclude numbers drawn this month.
Which is fascinating because it feels quite basic. And honestly, this is where that ChatGPT-based algorithm part in the headline gets a bit fuzzy.
Right. The article doesn't really spell out how a big language model like ChatGPT fits into just filtering out numbers drawn recently.
It sounds much more like a straightforward script applying one rule, not really complex AI pattern recognition.
That's a really key point the source doesn't seem to clarify. How does ChatGPT help you just not pick numbers that came up last week or the week before?
And statistically, well, it doesn't change the underlying odds, does it?
No. For a truly random draw, whether a number came up earlier this month has zero bearing on whether it'll come up next. Every draw is independent.
It's like flipping a coin, yeah. Heads 10 times doesn't make tails more likely on the 11th flip. Still 50-50.
The probability for each lottery number stays the same, draw after draw. So their method, excluding recent numbers, it's a choice they make, but it doesn't scientifically alter the odds of the draw itself.
Correct, but then you look at the results they reported in the article.
Yeah, they're pretty striking. They claim the first jackpot hit just 2 months after they started using this system. Julian and his 4 friends won a big chunk of money.
And it apparently wasn't a fluke, according to them. They kept going, and the article says they snagged 2 more large jackpots within that year.
There's a quote from one of them, Claire, saying she was skeptical about lottery strategies at first.
Right, but then she says something like, seeing the results themselves was incredible, and it changed her perspective.
She also mentioned feeling less at the mercy of chance with their method, even though each draw is new. Which speaks volumes about the psychology, right? Having any system can make you feel more in control.
Definitely. And that perceived success, even with a statistically, let's say, questionable method, it naturally gets people talking. The article mentions it sparked discussions, experts supposedly looked into it.
But the source also includes that crucial dose of reality from the experts.
Yes, very important. The experts cited basically say, be careful. Lotteries are designed to be unpredictable. There's no guarantee any strategy works consistently. It should be fun, not an investment.
They really hammered home that luck is still the main ingredient here. Think about it, millions play. Just by sheer probability, someone, somewhere, is bound to hit a lucky streak eventually, whatever method they're using, or even if they use no method at all.
Absolutely. Pure chance means unusual clusters of wins will happen occasionally.
The article notes Jillian and his group might, tweak their algorithm or even release it.
But given the statistics, given what the experts say, it really makes you question, was this genuine strategy, cracking the code, or just a really, really remarkable run of luck, maybe helped by playing consistently?
So let's pull back from this deep dive into the source. We have this group claiming 3 jackpot wins.
Using an algorithm they say is ChatGPT-based, but whose core reported function is simply excluding numbers drawn earlier that month.
A method that, statistically, doesn't change the fundamental odds of a random lottery draw.
And while they report amazing success, the experts featured in the article strongly emphasize that lotteries are games of chance, luck is paramount, and no strategy is proven.
So considering their claims of strategy against the hard facts of randomness, what does this story make you think about chance versus strategy in games like the lottery? It's definitely something to mull over. This has been Le Podcast de Philippe. If you enjoy this deep dive and want more like it, please do help us reach 1,000 subscribers.